Hi guys, it's Graham with Melody. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to our little corner on the internet. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Grace Chingwe, a second-year medical student at the University of Namibia, and this channel is dedicated to my journey as I become Dr. Please. So everything uni, everything med school, everything you would want to know about studying medicine in Namibia. So if that sounds like anything that would interest you, please do subscribe and join our little family. Anyways, let's dive straight into the video. As per the title, this video is about the med school interview, things that you should expect, and tips and tricks from me, your big sister, to anyone who's going to be doing the interview anytime soon. These are things I think you should look out for, things you should expect, and I think the best way to handle your interview preparations and all the processes that will happen before and after the interview happens. So buckle up, grab your coffee, grab your popcorn, grab your Pringles, grab your diddle daddle. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Anyways, a quick disclaimer, we were the first group to have this interview, so things might have changed, but I'm going to give you guys the general backbone and my experience from the interview, a general backbone of what you should expect and how you can best prepare for your interview, right? So cool, let's dive straight into it. So firstly, after you have applied to the School of Medicine, you will receive letters. It's either you receive a letter of rejection or a letter of conditional acceptance, right? And this letter of conditional acceptance, usually you also receive, if you're accepted for both your first choice and second choice, you receive 2 letters of acceptance. Or if you're rejected for one choice or accepted for the other choice, you also receive 2 letters like that. So I received a letter of rejection into the School of Dentistry because that was my second choice, right? And usually what happens with dentistry, I'll explain this in another video, is that since it's such a competitive course and they only take about 20 people, usually if you make it your second choice, you won't be considered ngauman, like as someone who has made it their first choice, if you get what I mean. But cool. Anyways, after you have applied, you will receive a letter of acceptance, which I'm going to read right now so that I don't misinterpret any of the words. I'm also going to insert a picture of it here so that you guys can see and read it for yourselves, right? And this letter reads, shortlisted for admission 2024. That was our year. This is, I'm reading the letter exactly as it is, right? And it reads as follows: we are pleased to inform you that you have been shortlisted for the above course of study and campus for the year 2024. Please take note that you will be required to present your final examination results or original certificate for those who have already completed their grade 12. During this shortlisting process, you will also be required to attend an interview, and together with your final results, which will grant you admission into the above mentioned course. And then the second part reads, you are reminded that this is only a shortlisting letter and not an admission letter. Applicants writing exams for 2023 are required to maintain the same results or obtain better results in the final examinations. This is key, guys, and I'm going to explain why in a few minutes. But this, if you're gonna take anything from this whole email that I'm reading, please take this part, that you are required to maintain the same results or obtain better results in the final examination. Applicants with better or higher points in the final examination and that will pass the interview will be admitted. You should therefore obtain the same results or do better in order to be admitted. You can see how they are stressing this, guys. This means that should you have scored 40 points during your August examinations but obtain a lower score, for example 36 points, the university will consider applicants with better scores. So this is key. I'll insert the whole interview and you guys will be able to read it. You can pause the video to properly read it because I won't leave it there for long. But yeah, this is key, guys. So after you receive this letter, the date will be mentioned. When was our interview? Okay, I can't see it now, but but yeah, let me not stress about that. So anyways, after we receive these letters, you'll be told the date and the time of when you're supposed to report to campus with your results and ready for the interview, right? And these emails usually come around November, December. People got their emails in November going to December. I got mine in January for a reason that I explained in my very first vlog. But yeah, right, so you are invited for the interview, and it happens in the morning. It happens in the multi-purpose building. I'm not sure if they still host it there, but that's where we had our interview, and it's very crucial. My first point, be on time, guys. I remember the day we had our interviews, the plan was to be early, but that day the traffic was so bad. I was with my dad, I remember, and I got there right on time, and immediately when I arrived, people were already being put in order and all these things. So I advise step one, be on time. It's very, very crucial, guys. You don't want to go there and you already find people put in certain rooms and you have to come, you're also lacking professionalism, government. So advice, please be on time. And then you'll be put into specific rooms. Everything will be explained to you when you arrive. You'll be put into specific rooms. There'll be a certain flow chain that people will be going. For example, people from this room go to that one, and then people from this room, to keep the sequence of the flow of the whole thing. You check, right? Yeah. So you will be allowed to have your phones. I remember when we got there, we were first put in one big room. All of us were put in one big room, and then with time we were separated now into smaller rooms, and I think we're about 6 in each room. So basically you will just be waiting for the next people. So after a certain room is done, you guys move to the next room, and like that until you reach the office where your faculty officer will be doing, very crucial, the selection process, guys. This is the most important part of your interview process. This is the most important part of your day. The selection process is mainly grounded on this interview that they sent. If they had accepted you with all 4 A's, they expect you to either maintain your 4 A's or to improve. Of course you can't improve, but like, let's say you have all B's now, for example, they accepted you with all B's, they expect you to come your final results. Remember, you'll be coming with your final results. Your final results should either be better or you should maintain. And guys, I cannot stress this enough, this is the most important part of the interview. If you're going to take away anything from this entire video, take away the fact that you will have to maintain or improve the results you're accepted with. For example, and that's, I think, where it's very tricky, it's very funny. For example, if you have 2 students, one was accepted with all 4 A's and one was accepted with, let's say, 2 A's and 2 B's, and both of these students come the day of the interview and they have the same marks. They have, let's say, 3 A's and 1 B. The person who dropped in performance from 4 A's to those symbols will be immediately sent home to appeal. You won't even get a chance to do the interview itself. Whereas the person who was accepted with 3 B's and 1 A and comes now with 2 A's and 2 B's, you have improved, right? So this person will be accepted. That's why I'm saying it's very crucial for you to maintain or improve. When you come with your national results, make sure that you have either maintained what you're accepted with conditionally or you improve. I cannot stress this enough. This is the most important part of the interview, and this is what determines whether you get in or you don't. I remember for our year, people were sent back, guys, and it was not even funny. That's where you see, like, if let's say you drop but your marks are still somewhat, you are still, you have, let's say you drop, and let's say you drop but you have 3 A's and 1 B, you have the option to go appeal. You actually be advised that no, you can go appeal and you can still be accepted through appeal. But there are some cases where you drop so much that you won't even get the space anymore. So that's why I'm saying it is crucial, guys. Work hard. I always stress this, especially on my Instagram. Work hard so that you avoid finding yourself in these situations. It's very difficult, it's very painful. Like for me, I think I was actually traumatized on people's behalf because I saw so many people get sent back. It was not nice, you get. So that's the very first part, guys. This is the most crucial part. Make sure your results are improved or they are maintained, right? And they'll mention in the interview you have to go there with certified copies of your results, the statement, since by the time most of us would not have had our certificates, you will still have your statement, and you have to present those statements as you go. You check, and then after that process where you have been screened, you have been somewhat selected, you now attend the interview. And in this interview, I'll obviously not disclose the questions. I'll only tell you guys two questions. I'll tell you guys two questions that they asked me. The questions were somewhat different. People were asked different questions, but it was all in the same vein. This is a panel interview that you will be having, right? So I remember for our interview, we had 3 interviewers per room. There are many different rooms. I think there are about 4 rooms where interviews were happening, and there were 3 interviewers in each room, so that it's a faster process, right? And the people that will be interviewing you guys are fairly big people. You're going to be interviewed by the HODs, associate deans, your lecturers, your head lecturers, big people, which is why I'm coming to my third point now. I recommend you dress somewhat formally, guys. It's an interview and you'll be sitting amongst big people. You don't want to come there now with flip-flops and shorts and whatnot. Please dress formally. You don't have to wear a suit, but just look presentable, look appropriate, look the part. So yeah. And then I'll tell you guys 3. I said 2, but since I'm a loving big sister like that, I'll give you guys 3 of the questions that they asked me. They asked fairly general questions, nothing too specific, just general questions. The questions were somewhat different. I remember when I later spoke to my friends, we had different questions, but they were in the same vein. I was asked, the first question I remember was that they asked me, how do I cope with stress? Like, how do I cope with stress? Which is a fairly general question, not something you should be stressed about. But yeah, they also asked who motivates me, what's my inspiration for doing medicine, right? And then the last question was, the only question that they asked me concerning medicine was, what medical module do you know? Like any module that you know you're gonna do. And I knew anatomy, so I said anatomy. And yeah, that's how it was not an interview where you could have wrong or right answers. This is just like a final screening process. It's not vigorous. It's not a process where, let's say, there were 200 of you guys accepted, but there's only space for 70 people. So it's not an interview where they are choosing the best. It's just a screening process for everyone before they officially get into the course, before they are officially accepted, if you get what I mean. So for me, that's all about the interview. It was really not that deep, guys. The interview was not deep, but the only thing I'll keep on stressing is when they are selecting, you really have to go with good results, guys. You have to maintain or improve. I don't know how many times I've said that throughout this video, but please let that be your biggest take home, that you have to improve or maintain your results. But yeah, with that being said, I think I've said everything. Please be confident. I think that's the 4th thing I'll say. It's not even a thing of if you're not confident you won't get in, but your confidence it's a plus, guys. It's gonna make the interview process easier for yourself and for the people interviewing you get. So yeah, all the best to you guys that will be attending your interview. The appeal process has the interview in the same way, except that for them they don't have that selection screening process that I said, right, where the faculty officer is checking your results. Because once you're accepted through appeals, they've already checked your results and they're saying, yes, we accept who and who and who with these results. So you just come for the interview where they ask you these questions and you get accepted, guys. I do not know of anyone who was rejected at the interview stage where they're asking you questions, how do you go with stress. All of us were accepted. So yeah, those are my words of advice and tips. 4 tips. I say the first one, be on time. The second one, your results are key. Make sure you maintain or improve. Third one was, what did I say? Oh, dress formally, dress appropriately, dress well. And then the 4th one is be confident. So those are the main 4 things that I'll tell you. And I'm stressing on my second point, make sure your results, either you maintain or improve, guys. that's the rate determining step for this whole interview process. It was, for me, I enjoyed my interview process. I met so many of my classmates there. I met my friends Maria and Penny. That's when I saw them for the very first time. Like, oh man. And then immediately after the interview process, you go back to your faculty officer, and she tells you, okay, welcome to the School of Medicine. This is when you should come to register. And I think our registration day was like 2 days after that interview process had happened. So we came, we registered, and that was that. It was a really clean process for us that had managed to maintain or improve our results. So yeah, that's the end of my video. All the best to you guys that will be having the interview, all the best to you guys that are going to appeal, all the best to each and every one of you guys that watch my videos also. And yeah, I wish you nothing but the best. All the best on your interview. You will ace it, and I can't wait to see you on campus.